November 2022. About to cross over, I guess, the Tallulah River. Tallulah Falls Gorge to the right. Entering Rabun County. .30 in the morning. Tallulah Gorge State Park. Degrees, Tallulah Falls. We're headed north back into North Carolina, and headed west over into through North Carolina and Tennessee. See my cousin, then head south towards Florida. We may end up in Virginia or Kentucky depending on the weather. We don't know. We're just out and about doing our thing. Go doing what we want to do. Campground down there. Where we go and how long we stay out is sort of dependent on this van. About 10 days is about the most we've been able to make it so far. We usually end up having to limp back to Arcade to work on it. But I have noticed that there's more stuff available, more stuff on the side of the road for sale by owner. I guess for a long time there wasn't anything. You didn't see anything for sale by owner. Everything was sky high. Prices are coming down. RV prices are coming down. A couple of decent prices on four-wheel drive trucks. That is what I really need, a four-wheel drive truck with a camper in the back. Or preferably, if I could find one, and they're rare. I saw one day before yesterday or 2 days ago. A 4-wheel drive van. And with the winch on the front, set up a couple of inches. Maybe a high top. Extended. Making it more and more rare, aren't it? More and more difficult to find. It's already a needle in a haystack. Especially at a decent price. I think there are going to be a lot of people sort of disenchanted with the road life, though, and they're going to be selling some stuff, I think. Interesting lighted sun trying to burn off the fog. Lake Rabun and Tiger to the left. This is US 441, US 23, and Georgia 15, north. We're going to get, I don't know if we'll get all the way to Cherokee before we stop and figure out where we're going to go or not. Initially, I was wanting to go to Interstate 40 and cut over. But I may go 441. That's a pretty drive, Blue Ridge Parkway, but it's awfully twisty, turny, and hilly. I was a little concerned about the van, but I guess if I'm going to have trouble, I need to have trouble closer to home than further away, huh? That would certainly be a test for it. Take it slow. Well, this is going on a 9-minute video. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and we'll turn it back on when we get further north, or either when we go through Clayton. We should be in Clayton pretty soon. Well, this bridge, I think, goes over to the high school from the other side. Or maybe middle school, probably high school. were filming this morning with the S22 Ultra at 1920 by 1080 full HD. And I think it's set at 30 frames a second, but I'm not positive. Added another minute and a half or so to this clip, so let me turn it off and then we'll start another one maybe. In November the 7th, 2022, quarter till 8 in the morning, coming into Clayton, Georgia. Boy, that is pretty, isn't it? The clouds sitting on this side of the mountains, the sun trying to burn them off. That's why they call this mountain range the Smoky Mountains. Just in case y'all didn't know. I think it's mid-60s, very pleasant. We're going to play around in the mountains, I think, until we get a little cold snap, and then we're going to turn tail and head south. That is, as long as the van doesn't give us any grief. And we are on the lookout. If we find another van, if we find a four-wheel drive truck, if we find something else, if we find a motorhome at a decent price that's in good shape that we could drive through the winter, we're going to buy it. If we find a Jeep Cherokee, anything from 89 to 2001 in decent shape at a decent price, we're going to buy it. We find a nice 93 to 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee, decent price, four-wheel drive, we're going to buy it. Now, we couldn't buy but one or two of those things, but I don't expect to run across any of them, if you want to know the truth. Not in decent shape at a decent price anyway. But if we do, we're ready. Gas is $3.05 here in Clayton, Georgia. It's not Clayton County, Georgia. This is Clayton, the city of Clayton in Rabun County. Picked up US 76 West. We take it considerably, a good little bit, cutting back and forth across the top of North Georgia. It's a nice drive through Hiawassee, Blue Ridge, LJ, Jasper. '76 is going to the left. Go through Clayton. We were on 76 the other day. We need to get that video up. We went into Hiawassee, turned left, and went back down to Gainesville. Just passed by the Ingles. Let's turn the camera off and go back and see if they have breakfast. A lot of times Ingles has a good breakfast and lunch. I want to turn left and catch this view of the mountain over here though. we'll turn around right here on this little side road and go back the other way. Check out the Ingalls. Like I said, we don't have any particular place or time we have to be. We are just, if we see something we like, we're going to explore it. Georgia Mountain Market. I know nothing about the Georgia Mountain Market. Nice view of the mountain there, though. Okay, coming out of the Ingalls, we had breakfast. Had gravy biscuit, eggs, bacon, and grits. There's that mountain again. And we are headed north again on US 23, US 441. Georgia 11. So US 76 went off to the left back at went back in Clayton. Cutting into that steep hill there, going to do something up there. What is that up there on top of that? I wonder what that is. That bike is rattling back here. I forgot to do something with it. We're going to pull over somewhere up here and silence that rattle. And then that will probably be the end of our Clayton video. Have to do better this trip about downloading stuff every day and not using so many cameras to record the same video. Just use maybe the dash camera and one handheld instead of 2 or 3 cameras, because we've got files scrambled up from the Florida trip and they're very hard, very, very difficult to unscramble. Rear view look, and we'll be turning it off shortly and starting another one when we find something of interest. We'll be, I guess, in Dillard before long. We got to decide whether we're going to go to I-40 or whether we're going to go up through 441. It'll be a nice drive, go through Dollywood. I've never been there. Just go through there and get video and stay on 441, go up. I want to catch Tennessee, that birding park, 6 rivers, 7 rivers. That was awfully nice. I want to catch that again. And then move further west, see where we end up. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it off. Our RV resort up here, Willow Valley, 2 miles on the right. We only stay in free to cheap places. We don't stay in RV resorts. Mountain City, city limits. Okay, well, let's go ahead and turn this one off, and that'll wrap up our Clayton video.